Next Level Pro Wrestling fans, it is that time of the year once again. Fayetteville Comic-Con returns to the Crown Coliseum on April 27th and 28th for the two-day extravaganza featuring several of your favorite Next Level Pro Wrestling superstars, from the Next Level Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Jack the Ripper Tatum, along with the brand new Next Level Pro Wrestling Social Media Champion, The Show, C.J. Evans, along with some of your favorite Lucha Libre superstars, from De Leon X, Paradox, and the Alpha J. Wolf. Also, be sure to check out all the crazy costumes and all the exciting events that you will see this year at Comic-Con. It is a two-day event that is must-see, and you cannot miss it. Be there April 27th and 28th at the Crown Coliseum.
Hello, Next Level Pro Wrestling fans. This is your ring announcer, Trey Morgan, and welcome to the podcast again here. Time to talk with Trey Morgan. And this week, I have my guest, Ryleigh Rose, here with me. Ryleigh, thank you for joining me here this week.
Thank you for having me.
So, just give me a little bit about yourself for the people that don't know you here in 2-6, because you've been here for a short amount of time.
I have been training over a year in ring. I've been only doing it about going on 7 months actually. Ryleigh is charismatic. She's okay. No, I am a ball full of wonder is how I kind of put Ryleigh, as you don't know what she's going to do next. And I love that about me. I love that I can wow the fans with, oh, what's she going to do? She's going to go on the top rope. Is she not? What's she going to pull out of her basket full of tricks?
So you say that you've been training in ring for 7 months now. Mm-hmm. What, in the little bit of time that you've been here, what have been some of the difficulties that you've had in the ring? Also, what are some of the accomplishments that you've had so far since you've been here?
The difficulties for me was when I actually first started training. It's scary to, take your first bump. It's scary to jump off the top rope when you know it's going to be a long fall and you know how to brace yourself, but it's still that fear that you have to get out of yourself. My accomplishments is, of course, definitely pushing myself more than I ever have in my whole entire life. This has always been a passion of mine, so it's literally coming in every training session and pushing myself to be better is my biggest accomplishment ever. Okay,
so let's talk about professional wrestling. How did you learn about professional wrestling? What made you want to be a professional wrestler and get into the wrestling business?
So I've always been a big wrestling fan. Actually, when I was 6 years old, me and my oldest brother, we would actually watch Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, all the big major pay-per-view events, with my family. Everybody was a wrestling fan in my family. And that's what we would do. So literally just seeing them do everything. I'm like, oh, when you're a kid, oh, that looks great. I want to try that. You actually try it now and you're like, that hurts. But it's for the fans, so it's really fun.
So as you were growing up, you say, watching the wrestling business, who are some of those wrestlers that you looked up to and that inspired you? As like, man, I just want to be like this person, like maybe like a Lita or maybe a Trish Stratus or somebody like that.
My biggest inspirations, obviously, Trey, I am not a small female.
Sure.
So definitely people like Chyna, Bull Nakano, Beth Phoenix, the major big ladies, that would be able to be opposite of the squared circle with these big men and actually, one up them. Those are my major ones. Now, if we're talking WWE or anything like big superstars in the men's category, my favorite all-time wrestler is Carlito. Definitely love Carlito. John Cena was one of my majors. Jeff Hardy, big ones. Can never do the high flying stuff, but definitely might try it maybe in the near future.
So that's a name that you don't hear a lot of people say that about having Carlito as what about Carlito made you, because that's not a name that you normally hear about saying, oh, I would love Carlito.
So Carlito was I was like the oddball in my family. I'm gonna knock that out. My mom loved Shawn Michaels. My dad was Undertaker. My brother was John Cena or Jeff Hardy. I like to stand out. So of course I'm just watching wrestling, and I'm actually watching when Carlito made his debut at this point. And I was like, I like this guy. You know, when he got in the ring, he proved to you what his in-ring style was, his background, of course, being a second generation superstar. To his dad, you know, and just honestly, the apples got me. He spits in the face of people who don't want to be cool, and love that gimmick. Yeah. Just overall great heel.
So let's move on a little bit. You passed growing up. Now that you're here at 2-6, how did you find the 2-6 Pro Wrestling Academy and Next Level Pro Wrestling?
So this was actually a year ago. I was going through a really bad stage in my life, and I'd actually came back home to North Carolina. My dad, he literally was like, hey, you know, I make the wrestling belts for so many promotions around here. I'm going to get you out of your funk. I'm going to take you to an event. And I'm like, yeah, okay. You know, I'm not really feeling it at this part, but I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll go with you. So he literally took me to another promotion, and I loved it. I loved literally the in-ring action that I was seeing. I loved how the fans were like involved. They love it. They were getting hyped for everything. So I, you know, mentioned to my father, hey, I wouldn't mind, you know, trying out this. You know, I want to do it. So he goes, all right. So my dad walks over to Hang Time. And he's like, hey, this is my daughter, Ryleigh. You know, she wants to definitely see what you're about. So Hang Time at this point goes, all right, well, here's my contact information. Here's my address, you know, come observe and see what you like. And at that point, the very next day, I came to Hang Times and I was like, I like this. I want to do this. So he said, are you sure? You know, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. He's like, all right, come Wednesday and we'll see ya. And I've been here ever since.
So you would say, from what I'm gathering from that story there, is if you want to be a professional wrestler and you know the right people, like you say, Hang Time.
Yeah.
He'll give you the information and just let you come check out the school before you actually have to do anything or pay any of the dues that you have. Like, you're actually able to come and check out the school itself.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I literally came in. Of course, I was a little scared. I didn't know anybody. So I'm a big daddy's girl. So I made my dad come with me and sit. And we observed the whole practice and the energy, the charisma, everybody in 2-6. They were awesome and they were very welcoming. And they're like, hey, if you want to try it, come on. You're gonna fall. You're gonna have some, you know, bumps and bruises, but you just get back up and try again. And that's how it's been.
So with you being here the short amount of time and being in a locker room with people that have years and years of experience, how has your time been here? Do you feel like you've been welcomed in and part of the family? What's your experience been?
So
personally?
Yes. So like I said, everybody is very, very welcoming here. Even if you've been in the business for, you know, 3 months or less, you know, you still want to go into the locker room and you want to pick everybody's brain. They've had longer, you know, amounts of time in the ring and everything like that. So you definitely want to pick everybody's brain and kind of get, you know, if your match was okay, what can I do better? You know, you want to always pick somebody's brain. I personally do it after every one of my matches. I'm like, I want to be successful, and I want to be kind of not pushed. I want to be guided. Where do I need to go to be the best on that path?
So let's talk about the women's division.
Okay.
So we have yourself is one of our featured ladies here at Next Level Pro Wrestling. We also have a very strong competitor in CC Young.
Yes.
That we have here. Let's talk about CC for a second.
CC, very girl got charisma. I'll give her that. She's very energetic. Yeah, very, very, very good person. I will give her that. We've had our differences though.
We also have Serena Vale.
High flyer, fast. She's very quick in the ring with everything. She's actually started about the same time I have. And the factor is that she gets better and better each time I see her.
And let's talk about one more person. We have the powerhouse, Audrey Allen.
Yeah, she got one up on me at the 71st show. I'll give her that. I was not expecting her to be there. But now I've got to get back one on her because we can't have that mistake happen again.
So let's talk about your goals. There's been rumors and talks that I've heard that possibly here in the future they do have a women's championship.
We do. Possibly
coming in. How would you feel about being one of the 4 that's here starting the division of the women's division here at Next Level Pro Wrestling?
I feel like we have all earned it. We have worked our behinds off to get to where we need to be. And I think it's time that the women's division does get a championship. I feel like, like I said, we push ourselves day in and day out. And, being in this entertainment or sport, it's really hard being a woman. Now, over the years, the women's division in any sport has actually risen. But of course, in professional wrestling, it went from certain situations in the early 2000s to now you have people like an Audrey Allen, a Ryleigh Rose. You have people like CC Young, Serena Vale. You have these women that can get in there and go round and round with these men. Why can't we have a championship? Why can't we ourselves can be successful? We pushed ourselves. We prove ourselves to you guys every time we're in the ring.
Absolutely.
Why can't we have the championship too?
I totally agree with that. Because the women that we have here is, as we would say, they're on a next level. No pun intended, being Next Level Pro Wrestling. We're bringing in the best, and just for you ladies to be the core 4 here. And knowing that we are looking for more talent to come in. Yeah. Who are some of the people that you would be looking forward to possibly bringing in from other places? Who would you look forward to seeing and facing in the ring?
So of course I wouldn't mind facing a Mila Johnson, an Amanda Kiss, Audrey Allen, definitely look forward to her. The one person that I've had my sights on here recently is Leah Knight. I've seen some of her in-ring work, and I definitely wouldn't mind being across from her in the ring. Definitely want to see what she's about.
So what other goals, not just here at Next Level, because we know that the immediate goal would be to win that women's championship.
Yes.
What goals do you have in the future to not just here at Next Level, but moving on and moving up, possibly trying to get to Ring of Honor or AEW, or as they could now TNA? We could say TNA's back, so moving to TNA or possibly the king of them all, WWE.
So I would say everybody in this locker room kind of has the high hopes of getting signed one day. And with the talent that we have, I wouldn't doubt any of them would be. I would definitely say that everybody in this locker room probably can get signed. But small goals now. Sure. Definitely wanting to break out for myself. I definitely want to get into more shows, kind of maybe do some traveling out of state.
Yeah.
Definitely want to travel, probably out of the country. Definitely look forward to that. I wouldn't mind going to Paris, Australia, Puerto Rico. I wouldn't mind because I've never even been on a plane, Trey. So to be able to jump on a plane and go and perform in front of different bands that don't know me, let me get my face out there. Let me show you who Ryleigh Rose is.
Okay, Ryleigh, so I always give my guests a call out.
Call out.
It doesn't matter who it is.
All right.
It can be for any promotion. Who would you like to see as a competitor soon here in Next Level Pro Wrestling? Who is somebody that you just know that you could have an awesome match with?
So definitely want to pick your brain for Audrey Allen. We got some score to settle, honey, because you won't get one up on me again. But also, I'm going to call out Leah Knight. Like I said before, honey, I've seen your in-ring technique. Definitely would not mind you coming and having a fair match with Ryleigh Rose. Nice.
All right, so we just spoke about the women's division. So let's speak about the men's division that we have here. We have some awesome talent. We have our champion, Jack Tatum of Next Level Pro Wrestling. We have the likes of Hang Time. And somebody that you know very, very well, the Freak Show, Johannes McAllis.
Yes, we love sometimes love Johannes. Johannes, I actually met here at 2-6. Started out with him. We just kind of built that friendship, and he's actually become one of my best friends here. Although he might be intimidating sometimes, but man has possibly a good heart somewhere deep down. Very deep down.
So the men that we have, they're throwing awesome matches out. Like we had at 71st, you had Jack Tatum versus Trey Havoc.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to see have a women's match as a main event match at Next Level?
I definitely think that could be the future for us, to actually have women that, like I said, can push themselves just like the men can. Would be able to, once we bring out that women's championship, hey, this is going to be your main event, whoever versus the champion at that time frame, and put on a great match. And I just want to be, me personally, I would definitely want to be in the main event.
Okay, so when you started here, you said that your father approached Hang Time at a wrestling show. Let's just talk about him a little bit more. He is the owner of Next Level Pro Wrestling here. Yes. Give me your experiences with him.
So I've come to have a love-hate relationship with Hang Time. He pushes you because he wants you to be the best. But of course, at times you yourself get frustrated. I've had many of my own fair share. But Hang Time is that type of person. He does not care if you are a man or a woman. He wants to see success, especially with the women's division. He wants success for us. He pushes us just like he does the men, any division, as far as tag team, singles matches, whatever. He wants just the very best for everybody in that locker room. So once we make the determination to come out and keep coming out and keep, falling and getting back up, that is the type of person that Hang Time is. He is that type of person that he is the same way with us. Why are you going to take this bump if I'm not taking it myself? And I have so much respect for that man. You don't even realize that, Trey.
So let's go back to, we had a big crowd at 71st.
We did, yes.
And it was very, very lively. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but you did have the children that were there. That was coming up, and like, Ryleigh, like you're just so awesome.
Everybody.
What does it mean when you have the kids coming up to you, knowing that right now you're somebody that they look up to possibly one day want to be a professional wrestler?
Honestly, just to be a role model in itself is wonderful. I would have never dreamed of it for me as a child. I've never dreamed of being able to be in the ring, you know, like a lot of the superstars I looked up to. But to be able to go out of the curtain and feel everybody's chanting your name, everybody's there to watch you, you know, succeed in what you're passionate about. You know, it's that feeling. And then, of course, when they come to your table and they're buying your merchandise and everything, it's just a warm feeling that you don't get used to it. Like, you get used to it, but then when it happens all over again, the next event, you're just like, oh, there's the warm, fuzzy feeling back. As far as being a professional wrestler, for any of the young fans that we have, I say push yourself. Follow your dreams. Do what you think is going to be the impossible and just keep striving to be where you want to be.
So, social media.
Yes.
How can your fans find you on social media if you want to plug any and all of your stuff? So in case somebody wants to find you or find your next event or where you're going to be booked at in the future.
Yeah. So I do have my Facebook page, Ryleigh Rose, RYleigh. And then I do have my Instagram, Ryleigh Rose 3. You can always follow me on there. As far as next events or anything, I do post on personal page, but you can also follow the Next Level Pro Wrestling page. Any events that we're going to be going to, and everybody else, of course, is on the roster. So any of your favorite wrestlers here at Next Level and 2-6, they're all going to be there. So you will definitely know where we're going. And of course, our Facebook pages as far as 2-6 and Next Level, and even our YouTube page.
Absolutely.
We are going on YouTube now too.
So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow us all on her social media, Ryleigh Rose. Make sure you follow Next Level Pro Wrestling on all of our social media. We have our Facebook page at Next Level Pro Wrestling, 2-6 Pro Wrestling Academy. We have our YouTube page as well. And make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast, Time to Talk with Trey Morgan. Ryleigh, thank you for being here today. It was such a fantastic time talking with you.
Y'all too. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with us. We'll catch you on our next podcast here in just a few weeks.
Do you have dreams of becoming a professional wrestler today? Well, come check out the 2-6 Wrestling Academy here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. The best training you will ever receive across all of North Carolina to achieve your dreams here today. Follow us at www.nextlevelprowrestling.com, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at 2-6 Wrestling Academy and NLPW today.